How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be explaining something that I don't think a lot of people know about in MLB The Show 23, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The main focus for this video is going to be the stride/load animation within each player's swing, and there are a lot of different types. I'm just going to show you a few different examples in this video. Basically, this is the team I'm going to use. Some of these players have a standard stride, some of these players have more of a higher leg kick, and I'm going to try my best to explain exactly what I mean in this video. I just want you to watch the front leg of each hitter. And I want you to see, like, some of these guys that everybody likes. Everybody thinks, you know, Jock Peterson has an amazing swing. Well, that's because predominantly his stride/load animation is very good. He also has a great two-handed swing and no doubt animation, which plays a factor into the player's swing. And obviously, when I'm hitting in this game, I'm not looking at the front leg of each hitter. I'm looking at the release point of the pitcher when they're releasing the ball and trying to time it up that way. But the main thing that I wanted to focus on in this video is that not everybody's load animation is consistent. And the biggest thing with sports games is the animations, right? I play pretty much every single sports game. They're all built on in-game animations, which players get the best ones, you know, attributes meet a certain threshold, and you unlock a certain animation, or your quarterback throws the ball a certain way, and that is, you know, the fastest in the game. Those types of things make a huge difference for the user, and in MLB The Show 23 and in previous games, right, this has been in the game for probably 2 years now. Players have different strides, but also, depending on the type of stride, it can be inconsistent. For example, Mickey Mantle has a standard stride, I like to call it that, and he does have an inconsistent stride. And also another player that I have a really good example in this video, it only took me one attempt, is Stan Musial. Stan Musial has a very similar stride animation to Mickey Mantle. Both of them are very good cards, but they play very differently based on when the stride animation is inconsistent versus when it's the same every single pitch. And I'm going to explain exactly what I'm talking about after Hank Aaron right here. It really comes down to whether or not they get their front foot down as the timing window is opening up for the pitch. Notice how that one right there, Stan Musial, is kind of in slow motion. Now, if you watch his front leg on this one, he will be much faster, ready to go, and it's an off-speed pitch. Now, the previous pitch was a fastball. This is going to be the third pitch of the at-bat. Take a look at what happens here. A very slow motion front leg animation. Now, that definitely will mess you up with your swing timing. There's no attribute for this. There's no animation that you can change. It is part of the way the game plays. It's something that's coded in the game. Part of my theory is that, of course, the pitcher selects a pitch and the batter probably knows what that pitch is, but the user does not. So the batter is going to react in a certain way. If you notice there, they went fastball, off-speed, and each animation was different. The fastball animation was a certain speed, and then the off-speed animation was also a certain speed. Now, I don't think this will happen every single time. I haven't really tested it enough to make that assumption, but I wanted to take a screenshot of the middle of this pitch. Take a look at where the ball is, right? This is a fastball. This is the fourth pitch. This is the pitch that I struck out on, and I would have to swing probably around this frame or this next frame right here, right? I would have to at least start my swing and press the button right around this time. Now, my batter still has his front leg up in the air. There are other players that do something very similar, right? Justin Turner has that kind of built into his swing. Hank Aaron gets his foot down pretty late. There are guys in the game that do this, but Stan Musial is not supposed to do this, right? On other pitches, his front foot is down. Now, this is where his front foot is down on the fastball. This ball is already in the glove. I would have had to time up the swing, and I've posted Stan Musial gameplays. I have a game at Capitol Lang Stadium where it's in there. I hit a home run where I could noticeably tell that my swing load animation was way off, and it almost messed up my timing. I did pull a slider to right field, I'm pretty sure, but that's the type of thing that I notice when I'm playing the game. I'm looking for every little small detail, and right there on the changeup, middle inside, his foot was down, ready to hit it, and I might have been a few frames off there. I'm not perfect in this game every single time, but I think I would have had to start my swing right around that other frame. But there are other guys in the game, right? Like Mookie Betts gets his front foot down. guys that have that higher leg kick. Right here's Masataka Yoshida, has more of a standard leg kick, but I don't notice anything similar to what I saw with Stan Musial or Mickey Mantle. It also happens to Ken Griffey Jr. every once in a while. At least when I was using that card, I saw it. And one other thing I wanted to mention is a lot of people really like that Jeff McNeil Team Affinity card. Well, he has a very good load animation. It's very similar to, you know, Michael Harris the second or the third. It's very similar to Jock Peterson. Josh Donaldson also has that leg kick where he gets his front foot down a little bit before the pitch is there. Now, obviously, you're not looking at it, but it's going to help you time up the pitcher a little bit better. It's going to help you stay consistent at the plate and get into a little bit of a rhythm, regardless what type of swing they have, right? Whether they have a one-handed swing, a two-handed swing, regardless of what their no doubt animation is, because sometimes that can be different from their regular swing. I really think that this is one of the most underrated things in the game. And because we have active quirks on every single player, or just about every player other than rookies and guys that maybe kind of fell off a little bit, and I made a video last year talking about something called a PCI penalty, and that's something that has definitely been decreased. I wouldn't say that it's completely gone, because this load animation would always play a factor into that as well, and I tried my best to explain that last year when I made that video. But because of the quirks, that helps with the PCI penalty. It pretty much negates it completely. But when you have this in the game as well, and there are other bugs and glitches in the game, right? I know about the two-way ball player and about the, you know, the two-way pitcher glitch and all that stuff. This thing is something that I don't think anybody knows about, and it's right there for everybody to see. So I just wanted to explain it and talk a little bit about it. I hope you understand kind of what I'm explaining here, and test it out for yourself. Take, you know, a few of the guys I mentioned in this video, try them out, ask yourself, is this why I'm good with this type of player? It's just something that I have thought about, and I use a lot of these guys on my team. The last thing I wanted to mention that I didn't really talk about is a double tap load, right? There are guys like Chipper Jones, Babe Ruth, they have that double tap load animation. I showed a brief clip of Kyle Teal in this video, but I didn't really explain it because I was talking about a lot of different things. But the two tapper, as I like to call it, the two tap load can be very good, but it's not for everybody. Sometimes people don't like those types of swings. They can be late. It can affect those types of players. And I just had somebody comment on my video the other day saying that Chipper Jones is not a very good card because they don't like his swing. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what about his swing do they not like? It's probably that two-tap load animation that might throw them off a little bit, because that card is probably the best card still in the game, or one of them, alongside, you know, Mickey Mantle, Ellie De La Cruz, Ronald Acuna, Adley Rutschman. Those guys to me are the best. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm College Lefty, and until next time, peace out.